Air Force seeks drone-killing laser weapons. The Air Force is making an aggressive push to acquire emerging technologies to quickly develop laser weapons able to destroy enemy drones. The service recently sent a formal request for information to industry, asking for descriptions of near-term directed energy weapons technology for the expressed purpose of what the service calls Counter Unmanned Aerial Systems, or CUAS, destroying drones. By Chris Osborne. The Air Force Research Lab solicitation, called the Capability Request for Information, seeks details about laser weapons technology to develop for testing, prototyping and experiments planned for next year. The request also looks to acquire information about subsystems and supportive technologies needed to engineer operational laser weapons. The Air Force is focusing on technologies that enhance many of the enduring attributes of air power: speed, range, flexibility, and precision, Air Force spokesman Ed Gulick told Scout Warrior. Among other things, the request asks for battle command and sensor systems that facilitate rapid detection, identification and classification of UAS targets integrated with a system that can provide the capability to interdict, defeat or deny enemy use of UAS. Right double quotation mark. The emerging technologies will need to integrate with traditional command and control concepts and align with existing tactics, techniques and procedures. Counter-drone laser systems may employ a modular structure capable of interfacing with existing weapon system platforms and sensors to tailor configuration to tasking. Proposed systems must be robust and have integrated sensors used to find, fix, track, and targets, the request writes. Overall, the Air Force seeks at least 100 directed energy weapons for counter-drone missions for a wide range of missions, to include operational base defense. Plans for the weapon are to be accompanied by evolving concepts, doctrine, policy and tactics, according to a recently completed Air Force Directed Energy Flight Plan document. Air Force weapons developers also say drones themselves will fire high-tech laser weapons to destroy high-value targets, conduct precision strikes and incinerate enemy locations from the sky. The Air Force Research Laboratory is already working on a program to develop laser weapons for manned aircraft to arm cargo planes and fighter jets by the mid-2020s. When it comes to drones, there does not yet appear to be a timetable for when fired lasers would be operational weapons. However, weapons technology of this kind is moving quickly. Air Force officials say future laser weapons could substantially complement existing ordnance or drone-fired weapons such as a Hellfire missile. Laser weapons allow for an alternative method of destroying targets, rapid succession of fire, reduced expenditure of dollars and, quite possibly, increased precision. For instance, a key advantage of using laser weapons would include an ability to melt or incinerate an incoming missile or enemy target without necessarily causing an explosion. This would be of particular relevance, for example, in air attacks such as the current campaign against ISIS over Iraq and Syria. ISIS fighters are known to deliberately blend in among civilians, therefore making it difficult to pinpoint enemy targets without endangering innocent civilians. Precision attacks without an explosion, therefore, would provide a useful additional tactical option. Firing laser weapons would certainly provide a different option than a 100-pound, explosive, tank-and-building killing Hellfire missile. Although firing lasers from drones is expected to be more complicated than arming fighter jets or aircraft with lasers, the existing development of laser weapon technology is quite likely to inform drone laser development as well. Ground testing of a laser weapon called the High Energy Laser, or HEL, has been underway at White Sands Missile Range, service officials said. High-energy laser testing is also being conducted by the Air Force Directed Energy Directorate, Kirtland AFB, New Mexico. The first airborne tests are expected to take place by 2021, Air Force officials have said. The developmental efforts are focused on increasing the power, precision and guidance of existing laser weapon applications with the hope of moving from 10 kilowatts up to 100 kilowatts, Air Force leaders said. Air Force weapons developers are also working on the guidance mechanisms to enable laser weapons to stay on track on a particular target. Air Force leaders have said that the service plans to begin firing laser weapons from larger platforms such as C-17s and C-130s until the technological miniaturization efforts can configure the weapon to fire from fighter jets such as an F-15, F-16 or F-35. Another advantage of lasers is an ability to use a much more extended magazine for weapons. Instead of flying with 6 or 7 missiles on or in an aircraft,
A directed energy weapon system could fire thousands of shots using a single gallon of jet fuel, Air Force experts explained. U.S. Air Force. Man in the loop. As technology progresses, particularly in the realm of autonomous systems, many wonder if a drone will soon have the ability to find, acquire, track and destroy an enemy target using sensors, targeting and weapons delivery systems, without needing any human intervention. While that technology is fast developing, if not already here, the Pentagon operates under an established autonomous weapon systems doctrine requiring a man in the loop when it comes to decisions about the use of lethal force. Although some missile systems, such as the Tomahawk, long-range anti-ship missile and SM-6 missiles, have sensor and seeker technologies enabling them to autonomously or semi-autonomously guide themselves toward targets, they require some kind of human supervision. In addition, these scenarios are very different than the use of a large airborne platform or mobile ground robot to independently destroy targets. Chris Osborne can be reached at Chris Osborne